Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a...
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break...
Ah, where is that guy?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this. There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but the flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope, so they could... Don't talk to Paimon like that! Anyway, Paimon's hungry.
Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide...
So, where is he? In Lioli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Hi. Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving...
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang, but...
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the warrior god, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange? As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo-Archon's last rites?
A wise decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the seven.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be... If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, Traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? Indeed, the weight of 3,700 years' worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the seven nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use.
What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any...
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize knock...
New stock at Sigu Antiques?
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck? It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you...
Betting?
Noctilucous Jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What? Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of evaluating the quality of Noctilucous Jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little. Only after the item made using Noctilucous Jade has taken shape, if you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying,
Whoa! To think...
but there is a way to truly evaluate this jade. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous Jade is a mystical stone used to light up. Noctilucous Jade of excellent quality would have I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it. We're back to buy some rocks, boss.
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... well, how about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly jest.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with if I'd taken off even...
But wouldn't something this thin?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way the...
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you...
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet...
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. You mean at one mean rest?
That would not do. It is...
Oh! Now...
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
That's the pot! It looks like the Hilichurls are still using it. It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line!
Incinerate! Booba, get them! You're toast! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light! Hey! Don't blink! Hey!
There's still soup in here! These Hilichurls sure have big appetites! This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is, so...
Boom, boom! Nice and spicy!
Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Hilichurls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue with their nap!
Terra Smash!
Incinerate! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More Hilichurls! They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food!
Hey! Cut to the chase! Motion to compel!
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you.
Exactly! That's the one behind...
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can...
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious.
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under... It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to...
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn...
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liyue Qixing and good, honest merchants such as yourself, I, for one, believe that Liyue...
All right. Thank you, my...
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctiluca...
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave...
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do... As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum...
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
I will do my best. You have... We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to... Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing...
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liyue Qixing have acquiesced to you...
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the... Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky milliliths... Also, the...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this...
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept...
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the Mora that flows throughout the world.
Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Mora. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhong?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As perhaps each has their motives. But this is the... In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfume...
Perfumes? Where'll we get...
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of this silk flower petal...
It's time for Zhongli's lecture.
We shall not speak of the...
May the Lord of Geo protect you, and fortune find you.
Hey, boss.
Silk flowers? We certainly
Which kind? The...
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid...
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please peruse at your leisure.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens. Just look at the abundant foliage here. And these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to...
Wow! A true connoisseur.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble.
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on... But this silk flower purchase is... Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different... Like several other tedious and complicated... But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the... Now that's settled. A question.
You forgot to bring money again?
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be...
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be, if he hadn't written those poems?
Huh. So much folklore here.
Thank you, boss.
Our skin?
Please, it's the least I could do.
So, now that we've got the flower...
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of...
Talk about first world...
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city.
So this time...
I will wait for you near the Statue of the Seven.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's just...
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just...
Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you?
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon.
Now that you mention it, yes, there is some. Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back.
Aha! The truth is...
No, they were from... Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want...
The fortune teller, right? Paimon, thanks, Lon. See...
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? That said, some of the since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Ying-Ar's?
Ying-Er? Oh, as in scent?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything.
Great! This is just the...
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling... Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? 3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling... Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need...
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, "O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are
That went over Paimon's head.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you... So, where is a good place for making Where is that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's go for the... I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby... Don't forget to do all 3. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process. Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled up. You must take care to control the heat during this process if the temperature goes too high. So please focus on controlling the heat. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all 3 perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the rights.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything. I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhong... We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well,
3 sets and not 1 less.
thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society... The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form. Let's hope the Qixing can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step.
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the
Cleansing bell?
at present.
Sure, but aren't you going...
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person.
Man, why is he...
All things must change. It's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought it...
What happened to...
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies, if they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, but if they heard too much wild gossip or slander...
So that means these flowers...
Yes. The rumors of Rex Lapis's death are... No, some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Qixing made it all up. And still others think that which lies in this harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old. Ah, that old trinket. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. He saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, it has been many years, and still, though, I can't recall when. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you and,
All right, children. There is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
How does that work? Hey, that's rude! And even if it was like that...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the